Hey guys, it's Bailey. Welcome back to the channel, and thanks so much for tuning in to what is going to be a video that I feel like has taken me forever, not in terms of filming or production or any of that, just in terms of trying the products. I've been talking about a products worth the hype video for months now, I feel like, and even before I started talking about it, I started picking the products that were super hyped up that I already had, but then also wanted to add a few more, like new brands like Kylie Cosmetics, what I feel is like the ultimate in hyped up brands and products. Those were totally new to me, and so I wanted a chance to give those a fair try as well. But here we are, finally, a is it worth the hype video. I'm gonna be going through a lot of products that people have talked a lot about in social media and determine whether or not they are worth it. Are they as good as everyone is saying? Are they must-have, holy grail, you're missing out if you don't have it kind of products? Are they good, or are they just plain bad? So we're gonna run through all of that, but before we do, if you are new to the channel, welcome. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button to join the Bailey Bunch. Let's go ahead and dive in. First, let's start with some base products, foundations and concealers, mostly because this one will be a quickie. Like, it's no secret that I love the Tarte Shape Tape, absolutely think it is worth the hype. I've mentioned it in pretty much every favorites video since I've gotten it, but it did take me a while because a lot of the shades are constantly sold out because everyone and their brother is talking about this. So had to give it a try. I was really skeptical at first, but it's as good as people say it is. It's very full coverage. I mean, a little bit of this goes a long way. It comes with this massive doe foot applicator in case, you know, this is nothing new. Everyone uses this here on YouTube, but just so you know, it comes with a massive doe foot. It takes a teeny tiny little dab. I'll show you applying it here, and I go and blend that in my under eye area, and it gives such full, flawless coverage, yet it's still buildable if you do find you need a little bit of additional coverage, and then it dries almost to a powder. I still set it with a powder, but some days, like in drier winter months, I didn't need to because it dried so beautifully into this smooth, powdery finish without caking and creasing into fine lines, and the longevity was great as well. Basically, everything you've heard is true. Highly recommend you check it out if you're into full coverage but still want a natural cake-free concealer. On the other hand, these were new to me products. They are the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer. These are the concealers that people would take, you know, a lighter shade and a deeper shade and basically do their whole face in foundation, or they'd really layer it up as concealer over their foundation, and it just seemed like there was no overdoing it with this product. It just constantly gave everyone this beautiful, dewy, but flawless glow, and it's super inexpensive. So my shade, actually for reference, my shade in the Tarte Shape Tape is light neutral, and the shades I picked up in LA Pro Conceal, I got two because ordering online you just can never tell. So I got natural, and that's the one that matches me, and creamy beige is a hair deeper. Like, I don't even know if you can see that on camera, they're so close, but natural just ended up being the shade for me. Anywho, this is not a product I can see being for everyone. In fact, it's okay for me, but it's not an absolute must-have holy grail sort of thing. It has a dewier finish, so by comparison, in fact, I did apply these two. I'm wearing the Tarte Shape Tape on my left today and the LA Girl on my right, in case you're noticing a difference, but I also apply them side by side so you can see exactly the finish, the coverage, all that kind of stuff. The LA Girl is thinner, but it is very buildable, although I didn't find I could get as much coverage with the Tarte Shape Tape no matter how much I built it up. It leaves a dewy finish, which I'm fine with setting with powder. I do think that makes it a little bit better for drier skin types. If you find you have dry crepiness in your under eye area, this might be a better concealer for you. However, this creases on me. I don't know if it's the consistency is so thin or whether it's that dewy finish and I have combo skin, but something about this just makes it crease and sink into my, I don't have, you know, very pronounced fine lines, but they're definitely there. And at the end of the day, even if I've set this with powder, they're just really finely in there. And I especially noticed it today after, you know, a full day's wear against this Tarte Shape Tape, and this was looking flawless. A little bit of wear in my inner corner where I have allergies. I'm really struggling with allergies right now, and so I'm constantly itching my inner corner. Definitely worn away there, but the rest of it looked flawless, whereas the LA Girl was crease city. In other words, I don't think this is worth the hype. I think it could be a good concealer for a lot of different people, but in terms of being a must-have product that absolutely everyone must have, I think the Tarte Shape Tape does a better job at doing that. Up next is the Morphe 350 palette, and I was late to this train, like at least a year and a half, maybe, no, I guess it can't be 2 years, but at least like a year late to this party, and I still had trouble getting my hands on it. Like, it was constantly sold out when I was trying to buy it because it was still so hyped up. And by the time I finally got my hands on it, I was pretty impressed. It was the first large, actually maybe the first Morphe palette I had ever tried. And overall, I was pretty impressed. For 22 bucks, you get a great selection of shades. It's not going to work for everyone if like oranges aren't your thing, but even if this entire column isn't for you, there are some cooler, a lot of cooler shades over here actually, and then some neutral shades mixed with the warm. It's just a great smattering of neutrals and textures. You get great shimmers, outright, like this is kind of like a molten metal down here, glitters, lots of mattes in here too. I just think it's a great mixture. And I have to say, I think it's worth the hype, whether you're a makeup enthusiast or just kind of an everyday or casual makeup wear. I think this is gonna suit a lot of people. And even if you have every naked palette under the sun, like you're that much of a die-hard neutral lover, you're still gonna get some variety because this not only has your cool, your neutral, but it also has these beautiful warm tones over here. So it just really covers all the bases. So if you were to get one neutral, I guess I should stop saying neutral because it's not just neutral, it's warm and cool. One earth-toned naked-esque palette, this would be the one I'd recommend because you get a wide variety of everything. All right, I've saved Kylie Cosmetics for last because I know the brand is not everyone's cup of tea, but it, like I said in the beginning, when it comes to hyped up products, this is the mother of them all because every product is sneaked and teased and talked about before it launches, so much so that they're sold out within an instant. It's impossible to get your hands, I feel like, on a first round of any of these products. So let's first start with the Royal Peach palette. This is what is on my eyes today, and I'll show a little demo of me using it so you can actually see the shadow quality. Have to say, oh, in it you get 12 shadows and a brush. The brush is what I use for the most part on my eyes today. The brush is not great. The bristles are already fraying, so I wouldn't really take that into account in terms of the $45 value, but you do get 12 shadows, and I have to say I was kind of impressed with the quality. Specifically this blue, I kind of, when I looked at it online and even when I opened it up in person, I was convinced it was going to be one of those dry, patchy, chalky blues. Happy to say that's not the case. It blends beautifully, as do most all of the, in fact, really all of the shades blend beautifully. They're super pigmented, and I have to say I was inspired by the color combination because I never would have thought to put these colors together. However, all that said, there isn't a whole lot of variety in this palette. I mean, a lot of the matte shades are very, very similar. I mean, like, there's just a lot of duplication in this palette, and in addition to that, there isn't a true highlight or brow shade over here. This is a little bit too deep. I think you're gonna need to supplement this with an additional highlighter because there just isn't one in this palette. And so for the price tag, I feel like that's something that should have been addressed in here. The other thing, like I said, I was inspired by the color combination, but there's nothing in here besides that royal blue that really sticks out to me as a unique shade. So I don't think, you know, if this, like me, you were inspired by this and you have a very similar, I mean, these are lots of comfort zone neutrals that I think a lot of us own, peaches and warmer browns. It's really easy to supplement those shades with an electric royal blue here. So again, it's a good palette, but is this like a must-have, everyone should have it, holy grail sort of item? No. Next, let's talk blush and illuminating powder. I was actually kind of surprised I could get my hands on one of these because I was buying these right around when they first launched, and I happened to land on a shade that I really wanted and thought would work for me, and it was in stock. That shade, by the way, is Cotton Candy Cream. It's like a golden champagne with the teensiest hint of pink. I'm currently wearing it today. And then the blush I got was Hot and Bothered. It's this beautiful electric peach. I like the highlighter, would not say it's something special, would not say it is worth the hype. It's a nice highlighter if you're looking for a good product. I do think it's a little overpriced though because the packaging, both of these, feels very hefty, but I think it's because the packaging itself is weighted, because when you look at the amount of product you get, in here it is 9.5 grams, and I just picked a random powder up on, you know, that's just sitting here in front of me, my NYX HD Finishing Powder, which I am quickly making my way through. And there's 8 grams in here. So big difference in, you know, like the heft that the product has, but it's certainly not due to the amount of product you get. The blush is nice in terms of how it applies, like it's smooth, even though it's totally matte, it's not chalky or patchy or anything like that. But I will say, for being as electric as it is, I mean, I opened this up and I thought, ooh, I need to go in with a light hand here. It's surprisingly hard to build up. It definitely lacks pigmentation, and it's something, again, for the price tag, I just feel like should be figured out. So not worth the hype. 2 more products here, guys. First is the eyeliner and gel liner set. This I was surprised that I got in Chameleon, by the way. It looks like this really beautiful kind of dusty purple, but still like a deep dusty purple shade. Was very excited to get this, and even more excited when I saw that there's a good amount, like this, in terms of the amount of product you get, I thought would totally worth the money. Unfortunately, the shade did not work out for me. The eyeliner itself is not very pigmented. You can see I apply it here on my waterline in this look, and it just does not show up no matter how much rubbing or, you know, warming up I do. It's a very, you know, creamy feeling eyeliner. When I swatch it, it transfers just fine on the back of my hand, but it's not great for my waterline. And what product I did get on my waterline just did not last like I needed it to. The one thing that I do like though, and I don't know that I've ever seen this in a sharpen, it's a pencil that you sharpen. I've never seen this though where there's actually a click, like an audible and a mechanical click that locks the top into place, which I think is great for traveling. I cannot tell you how many pencil eyeliners I have traveled with that the top comes off and the eyeliner ends up smudged over everything, but you can even hear there's like, it secures on. Really love that about this, so I really wanted this to work, but it just didn't for me, and so I'm not sure if it's a shade thing. Maybe you can let me know if you've tried these kits before in the comments below what that's about. Then you also get a potted gel liner. Like I said, I think this kit would be totally worth the money if the actual pencil had worked out for me, as well as a brush. The brush is just okay. It's kind of, it's thick, like it feels sturdy enough, but in terms of thickness, it's not great for getting like a, I'm gonna cut you kind of a wing. You know, not very sharp, not very precise, but it will get the job done if you know, just want like a subtle flick down here. And the gel liner was pretty nice in how smoothly it applied and how long it lasted. I definitely really like this, but in terms of buying it as a whole kit, not so much. And last up, guys, this was probably what I was most excited to try because it was the first product ever. So much hype around this, is the matte liquid lipstick and lip liner. Again, I thought this was a good price if the quality was there to get both your lip liner and a liquid lipstick. Definitely thought it was worth the price. I have paid more for less. So if it lasts as long as everyone says it does, I'm there. Unfortunately, first of all, I got the shade Apricot, and in the lip liner, does it match? Yeah, matching lip liner. The shade is not for me. It's like this electric peach that just doesn't really flatter my skin tone, and so I'm not taking that into account here. It's, you know, it's hard to know what you're ordering when you do it online, but the liquid lipstick was streaky. The lip liner, although it applied super smooth all over my lips, was kind of patchy at first application and then continued to wear patchily throughout the day. The liquid lipstick was streaky. It definitely took a lot of layering up to make sure it wasn't. And then about 30 minutes to an hour into wear, my lips got super dry. Not uncomfortably dry, but just like they looked dry and flaky and cracked. And the lasting time was not all that great for me. Like it really didn't make it 2 to 3 hours. And of course I ate between that, but I have liquid lipsticks that will withstand that. So for all the hype surrounding these, I did not think it was worth it. So that's my 2 cents on that. So that is it from me, guys. I really hope this video was helpful. Let me know if there are any other overhyped or hyped up products that you want to see in a video like this in the future. Let me know in the comments below, or if you have tried any of these, have differing opinions, have similar opinions, doesn't matter. That's what it's all about. We're just here to talk about all these things. Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.